BC. We're sitting in the living room of our suite on Amelia Island, Florida, and wanted to share our living room view. And turning around this way, there's Mr. Timothy John Henderson.
Thank you, Mrs. Henderson.
Yes, I'm now the Mrs. Henderson.
So, tell them where we went first.
Savannah. We went to Savannah first. We left a night early to escape the crazy snowstorm that was supposed to hit Charlotte. And spent the night in Savannah, rolled in like 3:30 in the morning, then spent the next day biking around historic Savannah, which was amazing. But then we had to leave Savannah because they were supposed to get snow and ice too. So we finally made it down here around 6 o'clock Tuesday night. We've just been having a great time. We've been exploring historic Fernandina Beach, had some great Italian food. We took a day trip to Jacksonville 2 days ago, and Tim went to a couple of great places. He went to Deep Search Records and to DJ's Record Shop. And
so you give him your vibe on
he's got a few.
Show Deep Search first.
Yeah, Deep Search was really interesting. The guy's only owned it about a year, you know, kind of a young guy, maybe just out of college. I'm guessing he must have been an English major because he has his record store is actually records and books, and he had so many classics that in textbook type things that it leads me to believe he was probably an English or philosophy major.
But we don't do classics. We do the story of John Coltrane's signature album,
A Love Supreme.
A Love Supreme.
Oh,
remember I got these stickers. They're really
oh
cool.
Yeah.
He the outside of it kind of looks like it kind of looks like the side of like a boat.
Mm-hmm.
Ship.
Oh, and one of the signatures of Deep Search Records is the dog. Mm-hmm. He has a dog named Miles, who's an Old English bulldog.
Yeah.
And I was hanging out with him and reading books while Tim was crate digging. It was awesome.
Yeah. So we got A Love Supreme, this book behind it. That was really cool to have. So we got that. He told us this was free because the band, there's someone in town doing some shows for me, but this kind of looks familiar to me, this album cover. I don't know. It's called, I think the album is called Quiet Life, and the group is called Wild Pack. But we just got it. I just opened it up. We got it for free. It was in the front, and but it looks so like professionally done. So I think it's like a real like I think it's like look at this. Look at these lyrics for this. It's so cool that we got this for free. This whole look at this.
Wow, that's really cool.
In the back.
We'll have to listen to that on the way to Fernandina Beach today.
Yeah, I'm so excited. We actually have a new CD to listen to on the road, you know? Plus all the songs look really interesting by the titles and stuff like that. So this is the first thing. I was really excited about this. I got a few things to each one. I tried to watch my money, right?
Yep.
I was really excited about this. And everyone sees it. They might be like, what the hell they're talking about. This is Juicy. It Takes Two. See? They got the girl with her little synth little moog, and they're on the bunk bed together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. This one?
Yeah, perfect.
And the reason why I knew this cover so well is because there's a song on here that I'm obsessed with. That is an R&B song that is like one of my favorites ever, called Sugar Free.
Mm.
I'm sugar free in the night.
Thank you for that sample.
It's a great, great song. I don't even know if it was sampled by someone who was sampled by, but I got into it in college and knew what it was. And it's on Private Eye Records, but it's really, really, really excited to find this. It's like a super soul find for me. And then we have a few actually. This is I've showed Mary this. She might not recognize this, but I know that she would know if I played it for her. The group called World Party. There's an album called Goodbye Jumbo that I played for Mary. A lot of people know that album. It has like very Beatles influence, very Rolling Stone influence. One guy. This is his first album, I think, called Private Revolution. And this came out in 1986. Carl Wallinger is the guy who makes all the music. So I was excited to find this. It was only $7. The other one was $4. I got this one for $3. Renaissance, Turn of the Cards. I had one album of theirs, and then it kind of wasn't in great shape, so I didn't keep it. But they're kind of like a prog rock band in a way. But there's but you have Annie Haslam, who's the girl lead singer. So it's kind of cool to have a lead singer doing that type of music. That's a female.
Yeah.
So I really like that one. I only got that for $3. Cool. And then we got this was really cool, and I never heard anything from them, but I know they're like a really big singing group called The Main Ingredient, and it's a great looking album cover. It's called Euphrates River from 1971, I think. Get back here. Really nice. They do a cover of Summer Breeze. So, I like that cover a lot. Now tell them about DJs.
Now DJs, okay, DJs has been around since 1968, and DJ is the guy who's still running it to this day. And it was I think it was well, right now, I mean, the area that it was opened up in was probably like thriving in the 60s, but now, like, I was kind of afraid to leave the car outside the shop because the area is like really run down and just like abandoned warehouses, and and when we're driving a nice Cadillac, which is a free upgrade from the car rental company, thank you very much, National. And I was just afraid to leave the car alone out front. But you walk in and it's like this small warehouse that is just floor to ceiling, just boxes of just dusty records. And you could hardly even walk around in there. It was so crazy. But DJ seems to know his stuff really well, and he really specialized in mostly like rap, jazz, blues, soul, gospel, kind of those genres.
Yeah, and like he was everywhere. I remember the heater. I thought you were going to talk about the heater.
Oh yeah, he had this really old heater that was probably bought in 1968 when the place opened, but it was probably about 3 feet long, and it looked like, oh, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of one of those jet packs from Rocket Man. If you remember that movie Rocket Man, it was spinning in like glowing bright red, and I was like, that thing could combust at any moment.
It was a real crate digger's place.
It really was. A little too much for me, I will admit, though.
It was awesome. So I got a few stuff here. I know he was going to charge me some more for it, and he did have stuff that I thought was really cool. So I got 3 records and 3 tapes. I'll show the tapes first, but I paid $65 for everything. This is Houdini, Escape. It's an old school hip hop, and this has that song on there.
Houdini with a WHO.
Yeah, this has Freaks Come Out at Night, which is a really good song I know really well. I don't really know enough Houdini, but I know the Freaks Come Out at Night. And then I found this one, and these 2 are still in their wrapped packages, and he tagged them for like $12, and I tried again to bring them down. This is a really, if you're not like, this is like a big hip hop thing that I don't think a lot of people know enough of. But there's a rapper named David Banner that people probably know. And he had an album that was a very southern flavored hip hop album that's considered a classic now, called Gray Skies, from a group, him and some other guy called Crooked Letters. So I found this on cassette, wrapped in. And then I found TLC's Fan Mail, which I was really excited about. This has, Scrubs, this has I'm Pretty. Remember that song?
Yeah.
I'm Pretty?
Yep.
So I was excited to find that, and I had to try to find TLC Crazy 60 Cool on records for me, but he couldn't find it. And
but he thought he had it, right?
He thought he did. I was in there for like 20 minutes with him looking.
It was so disorganized.
So this is the Temptations. This is my first Temptations album. There's a whole pile of them. They're in great shape, and this one has Papa Was a Rolling Stone, which is like actually almost a 12-minute song, so I like that right away, so I picked this one. It's called The Temptations, All Directions. And I don't have any Temptation stuff, so I figured it was time to get something, and these are in great shape. So, I don't know how he split up all the cash, but I'll tell you the value that he placed on them. He placed this one at $12. I know it could be expensive, I just told this place, but I think I got some money scraped off. I was really excited about this. This is Curtis Blow. His first album. He was charging $28 for this one. This is 1980, and this has that song, The Breaks. These are the breaks. So I was really excited about that. And I saw this one last minute. I told him, this is my first James Brown album I've ever had. And I said, you should be happy that he's helped me with it. And I looked at this, and I thought, this cover, out of all the covers, looked so interesting. James Brown, The Payback. And I looked it up, and it said online, and on Amazon, and on Wikipedia, that this is a double album he released, which is the people say was the pinnacle of his career. So I thought it looked so interesting. It looked like a western on the front and all that. And it seemed like, and people say it's one of his best albums. And I think the cover is like so cool looking.
Yeah.
So I got this one, and I was pretty excited to find this one. And it just looks different from any James Brown album. And hopefully, I don't know if I've ever checked it. Yeah, it looks like it's A-OK. I like how it has that. You take a look, Mary. It has James Brown's face on all the labels.
Oh.
That's funny.
Yeah, I see that. That's funny.
James Brown production. So now I have my first James Brown record. And this is from 1973. That's all of them. What time are we at?
10 minutes.
That's good. Anything else you want to say?
I think I should give them a better look at our view.
Go for it. Take them out.
Alright.
Take them out, Mare.
This is kind of our living room and our suite. This is kind of like a big 3-room suite that we have here. The little kitchen area. I swear there's like 3 TVs in this place, 2 bathrooms.
Don't show them the bedroom, it's private.
Where the magic happens. And then we'll walk out on our deck. We'll look up the coastline, up the Atlantic. Those are some condos and stuff up there. And it's really nice because we kind of have just a really nice wraparound porch with a view of the rest of the resort. There's the pools down there. They're heated. It's in the 50s right now. The pools are heated. There's like 3 hot tubs, 3 different fire pits that you can see that they have going at night. It's kind of a nice little eating area with a pergola. And yeah, it's just been great. This is actually the closest thing to sunshine that we've had our entire stay here. So I'm really hoping tomorrow will be nice and sunny because it's our last day before we leave on Monday. But anyway, thanks for joining us on our honeymoon for a few minutes. Say bye, Tim.
Bye, Tim.